Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's special training on the Miami resource page where we find all of the available resources available to us. Guys, this is a great class. We're going to do a complete overview of all of these services that sometimes you wonder what these services are all about, and you may not have enough time to come check them out. So today we're going to preview them. We are recording our session, guys, and as always, you can find all of our classes inside of my YouTube channel. If you go right now to your chat, I am going to share with you the link to the YouTube channel. I will place today's class in here. Along with today's class, you will find classes on contracts, listing agreements, CMAs, the MLS, form simplicity, and much, much more. So please follow my YouTube channel so you can stay informed. All right. So let's go ahead and jump right into the action. Once again, if you have any questions, please feel free, unmute yourselves. Make this an interactive class. We want to make sure that everyone learns. And if you don't want to speak out loud, that's fine. You can always type your questions in the chat. I will monitor the chat and answer your questions in real time. All right, so this is a special class. As you guys know, we do have meetings every Monday with our broker Tail, and we have trainings with me every Tuesday and every Thursday at 10 o'clock in the morning. But today, Wednesday, we decided to throw in a special class for the week. All right, so we are now logged into the Miami Resource Panel or the Miami Gateway. For those of you that don't know yet how to get into the Gateway, of course, you need to first become a member of the Miami Association of Realtors, right? And you're going to just jump right into the Miami Gateway and you're going to log in. That's going to get you into this page right here. All right. So, what you're going to notice on my screen and perhaps on your screen, but mostly on my screen right now, is that we have a favorites section here at the top. And this allows you to indicate your favorite services, the ones that you most often use. So if you notice, Matrix CoreLogic, which is the MLS, is one of my favorites. Also, Form Simplicity, which is where we write our contracts, is another one of my favorites. I have IMAP, which is a public records where you can access public record data, tax data, you can run comps. I have RPR, which is a nationwide public records database. It's excellent for CMAs and seller presentations and investment analysis, investment property analysis, and much more. So I have RPR over here. Also, Agent 3000, which is the CRM that we use, is part of my favorites. And then, of course, we have Showing Time, which I can keep track of all of my scheduled showings. And then lastly, I did add Rent Spree, which is what I use for tenant screenings. In order for you to add a product into your favorites, notice all these services down here, which we're going to go over most of these. You're going to see a little star. Just simply click on the star, and that's going to bring that service up here to the top. All right. So for the most part, on a daily basis, most of us realtors use Matrix. We may use Form Simplicity, of course, to write up a contract, an offer. And then we also have IMAP right here, which we will use often as well for public records research, right? So what are the other services that you see here? All right. So I kind of broke it down into like three phases of the class. And the first phase is what services are available to us for tenant screenings. For tenant screening, so when you represent a tenant and you need to get them screened, there are several services that you will see down here that are available to us. All right, so let's go ahead and kick this off with the first service that you'll see here is Rental Beast. You got Rental Beast. You also have My Rental tenant screening. We have Landlord Station, and we also have Rent Spree. All right. Now, some of you may have your favorites. Notice how I put a yellow star under Rent Spree. And this is simply because most landlords and their listing agents are accepting rent spree reports. All right. Yes, you can use my rental tenant screening. Yes, you can use Landlord Station. You can use Rental Beast. And of course, you can use RentSpree. So I tend to go into RentSpree most of the time. It's $39.99. So basically $40 per application. And the application itself is free. However, the tenant screening, the credit report, the background check, the criminal background check, and the eviction report is what costs the $40, and that would be per applicant. Okay. So I see that there's a question on the chat already. Oh, no, no question. So good morning, Tail. Tail's in the house. All right, and then up here we do have landlord station. So landlord station is similar to rent spree. Here's the difference. When you sign up for landlord station, and I'm going to go ahead and click here just to give you a quick idea. When you sign up for landlord station as a Miami Association of Realtors member, which we are all members of the Miami Association of Realtors, we do get one free screening per month. So if you don't want to charge your applicant $40 to do a tenant screening and all you did was one tenant screening that month, it'll be free. And you guys can sign up here where it says sign up as a Miami member, start your Miami service, put your name, last name, the company you guys all work for is Elite Ocean View Realty. Make sure you include your email address. You want to create a password and you want to click on start your Miami service, and you will now be given access to landlord station. Any other screening you want to get done that month is going to cost $22 per screening. So landlord station's actually a little bit more affordable than rent spree. While rent spree is the most commonly used tenant screening service, it is $40 per applicant, and landlord station is one free tenant screening, which includes criminal background check and a credit check, and then $22 per applicant for the entire month until you get a new tenant screening on the following month. All right. So you have landlord station. You also have rent spree. All right. And you have my rental right here. And that one is powered by the MLS itself. All right. It's the MLS version of rental tenant screenings. Okay. Yes. So answering Taylor's question, both of them give eviction reports and criminal background checks and credit reports. The answer is yes. So both landlord station and rent spree have criminal background checks. Both of them actually have free rental applications. With Elite Ocean View Realty, we do have our own PDF style rental application. But if you just need an electronic version of a rental application, both Landlord Station and Rent Spree have a free version of a rental application. But they also have tenant screenings, which includes a full criminal background check nationwide. It also includes the credit reports and an eviction report. All right. Now, going back over here to My Rental, which is the third screening service that is available to us. This is more of like a la carte, right? I mean, you're not going to pay a full amount if all you need is a credit report, right? Let's say your tenant already has a police criminal background report and all they need is a credit report. You can come over here to tenant screening and click on screening, and you can pretty much pay as you go, right? You can pay as you go, and nothing's happening. Let's see if I'm gonna refresh my screen here because there you go. All right, so you click there and you will then find out the prices, right? You'll find out the prices. So right here, you can just go with a credit report if you don't need the full package, and a credit report will cost you $15. And then you have multi-state criminal background checks, $19.99, statewide, $9.99. County criminal background check is $14.99. So really what you need is the multi-state. And if you combine all of it, it's going to be $30.79. All right. If you combine um, all of this that you see here, everything that you see here. Okay. So that's your third option, guys. And then your last option, I will apologize. I really haven't used it, and it's Rental Beast. Rental Beast again allows you to do tenant screenings, and you click on Rental Beast right here. And this allows you to do tenant screenings through Rental Beast. I just think that's just way too many services. And I've already picked my favorite, which is Rent Spree. All right, but you can definitely use Rental Beast to create a screening through here. All right, start as tenant screening and it gets you into, we just got to follow the prompts, right? Follow the steps and go on to the next step. And as you can see, you can plug in all the applicant information here and you're going to invite the applicant to apply. I will tell you, for all four of the services we just talked about, you do not need to know any privacy information of your applicant. You will never know your applicant's social security number. These are all things that the applicant needs to respond once you send the invitation link, right? So keeping their information private, they don't have to give you their social security number. They're the ones that is going to complete the application. Okay. All right, guys. So any questions on the four tenant screening services that we have here? All right, we got Rental Beast, we got My Rental, we got Landlord Station, we also have Rent Spree. I know that as an office, most of us are using Rent Spree. However, you may want to use Landlord Station during your next application because you do get one free per month. All right. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and move on to our next phase. Let's talk about AI. We all know that artificial intelligence is pretty much taking over a lot of like the services, like marketing services and digital digital marketing and stuff like that. So there's a lot for us to use. As listing agents, this is a great tool. All right, if you are struggling to create a listing, maybe a listing video or marketing video for your listing, you have several tools here that we're going to cover. We have Ethica that you see right here. This is stunning videos, right? And it provides a property website for you in minutes. And this uses AI. It uses your current photos for your listing and it uses your current description for the listing. We also have one over here, AI home design, right? And this is virtual staging and decluttering. So if you have a property that you listed and the photos seem to be a little cluttered, right? I mean, they didn't clean the room, they didn't clean the space, or just too much furniture, you can always use AI home design and you can remove some of those furniture furnishing that clutters the photo and make it a much more cleaner view. And then we have Infinity. Infinity is a great AI tour and lead generation that you can create a landing page for your listing with all this really cool stuff inside. There's other AI stuff. There's AI staging right down here, and there's other services that use AI that are down here like Chocolate Chip and you have Neela June. As you can see, there's so much others. RPR has an excellent AI feature. Agent 3000 also has an excellent AI feature. But let's go ahead and jump into Infinity. I'm jumping into Infinity first because it's one of my favorites. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, guys, registration for these services are free. Of course, you are going to get a limited service for free. There's always going to be an upgrade, right? So if you are a listing agent, you will see your listing here. If you're a buyer's agent, you can also create something for a buyer's agent as long as you have permission to advertise. How do we get permission to advertise, guys? When you go to the MLS, right? When you go to the MLS. and you go down here on the right hand side and they say okay to advertise and it says yes, attribution required, you have permission to advertise, right? If they say no, then you do not have permission to advertise. If they say with written broker approval, then as a buyer agent, you may want to write to that listing broker and ask for permission to advertise. In most cases, they will say yes, and now you have permission to advertise. Okay. So when I go here now to the Infinity portal, you're going to see as a listing agent, this is one of our listings. And I'm going to go ahead and show you what AI does for this listing. Now, I already, of course, created something for this listing. So what you're going to see here is the preview. Can I edit? Yes, I can click on edit. Can I embed this on a website? Embed means that I can paste the presentation on a website. Yes, we can. Can you share this? Yes, we can share it across all social media platforms and by email, even by text message and everything else. And you can view all the activity, all the visitors right here. Okay. Now I'm going to click on preview and show you exactly what Infinity has done. All right, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and tour the property, and it's processing right now.
You can start your tour of the property by viewing the grand entrance, which features a spacious driveway and well-kept landscaping.
And then you just click
This
on next.
property features a gated entrance leading to a spacious driveway, surrounded by lush landscaping and palm trees, providing a private and inviting atmosphere for a luxurious lifestyle.
And it pretty much
This
has a
entry provides a
description of
grand
every
introduction.
part of the house.
This indoor area features expansive windows that invite natural light and showcase waterfront views. The open layout is perfect for entertaining
Let's go
or
ahead
enjoying
and,
quiet moments, seamlessly connecting to outdoor spaces.
all right, let's go ahead and pause this real quick. It has a description of every single room of the house, basically done with its photos. All right, it's going to use description, basic description you have on the remarks, but it's going to add more to it, right? Like AI usually does. And it will describe the entire house, room by room, interior and exterior. You can edit and you can plug in your own verbiage or your own language into the presentation. And of course, you can share this entire virtual walkthrough of a house with any one of your clients. All right. You can set up a landing page with this information where you can lead people, right, potential buyers into the page and they can find out more information on the property. It will keep track of the activity, right? So there's activity right here. It'll keep track of any leads or activity. Now, there is an upgrade feature, of course, like most of these services, there is an upgrade. And right here, um, for free, you're going to get the Infinity AI Assistant, but then there's the Lead Intelligence, which is $97 for the listing. You guys can always, call them and see what it is that you're going to get for that $97 and decide whether you want to pay for it or not. All right, I think that this is a really cool feature, guys, especially in today's world with AI. Have a virtual assistant explain to the prospective buyer what they're seeing. All right. Any questions on Infinity? All right. I think I saw a question here on the chat. I've been trying to log in, but it keeps saying invalid credentials. This is a question that was in the chat, guys. So a lot of this stuff comes from the Miami Realtors. So if you're having trouble logging into anything that you see here, you need to call the Miami Realtors, and their phone number is 305-468-7000. All right, I went ahead and I placed their phone number on the chat. Please call the Miami Realtors if you're having issues accessing any of these tools because it all ties into your license and your membership with the Association of Realtors. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and since we have a lot to cover, I'm going to go ahead and switch focus now into Ethica, right? Ethica is another one of these AI tools. which are really great. Now, again, I already prepared a preview for you to see of a listing. All right. Sorry about that. I was getting a phone call and it rings on my phone, on my computer. I already prepared a listing of mine into here, and you can generate. Hold on, please. I just need to tell this person I'm in a meeting. In a meeting. All right. I just needed to text back that I'm in a meeting because they keep on calling me. All right. So you can generate a listing website for this particular listing, and you have videos and much more. So I'm going to go ahead and show you, all right, this property and what Ithaca did for my property. So basically,
Welcome to this charming Miami home, boasting 6 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, perfect for comfortable living and entertaining.
all right, guys. So obviously, I didn't really add much to the description. The preview is for 30 seconds. You can add more to the description. You can make a professional video. You can do an unbranded video, and you can just click on generate video to generate the video for your use. All right. So if you need help marketing your property, you can choose the voice that is used, whether you want a female voice or a male voice. You can make it a professional. Now, the professional is going to cost. There's an upgrade feature here for the professional. On the free version, you do get a 30-second preview, no branding, and standard quality. On the upgrade, you do get a full-length video with custom branding, professional narration, higher quality output, and custom branding. All right, so what does it cost? Add the payment details, and you can go ahead and add your information here so you can pay for the professional. All right. So that's Ethica or yeah, Ethica right there that you see right there. You can always go here to the dashboard and add more listings. If your listing is missing, you can just click on add listing, put in the property address, and you can add the listing over to the service. So it's another AI feature, and it's in here inside of the resource panel. All right. Now, AI home design. All right. AI home design. Let's go ahead and click on this as well. This is the ultimate AI toolbox for properties. Guys, you can redesign photos for as little as 24 cents a photo. All right. And you get your results in just 30 seconds. Okay. You can enhance photos. You can do virtual staging. So for those of you that are listing properties where it's vacant and there's no furniture, you can pretty much add furniture to any space using the this feature. Okay. You can also, for example, change let's say you went at sunset and the picture came out too dark. You can pretty much change from sunset to like the middle of the day and have blue skies, blue sunny skies. I personally like that feature, especially nowadays in the summer that it's raining almost all the time and it's really hard to get clear blue skies. I would use this feature. And in my opinion, guys, you should never be going to take pictures of properties at night because just everything looks dark. Even inside the house with the lights on, you can notice that the pictures were taken at night. Okay? Does anyone have any objections to what I just said? Because I've seen a lot of pictures on the MLS taken at night, and it's I don't think it looks good. All right. So, guys, that's AI home staging. I invite you to go in and dive right in. There is a 20% off for Miami members, and you guys can see the plans right here. All right, and you have here for 80 photos, you have $23.20, and this is per month, and you can use 80 photos, right? It's about 29 cents per photo. All right. And you can unlock your yearly plan as well here by clicking on yearly. The yearly plan is about $278. Okay. All right, guys. So that is AI home staging. As we have a lot of AI stuff here. I'm gonna just show you some of my favorites inside of Agent 3000, right? So inside of Agent 3000, there's an excellent AI feature here for those of you that want to write remarks for your listings or property descriptions or just need help from an AI. You can always go here to the left inside of Agent 3000 and you can go to Meet Eve, the AI, and you can click on Content Editor. All right. Choose your language, English, Spanish, Portuguese, German, Chinese, Russian, French, Italian. Choose your language and then choose what type of content are you trying to create. So biography, blog, social media posts. It actually helps you create a social media post and then general content. If you have a listing, all right, let me go ahead and not use this listing. Let me just pick on a listing. All right, let me pick on a listing that I may want to rewrite. You see, this is probably written with AI. All right, I'm gonna attempt, right, to just grab these remarks right here, and let's see if it rewrites it in a different format. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put in here and general content, click on send to Eve. I have read this information and agree, and it's gonna go ahead and produce you know, in this case, it was AI generated. So these remarks was pretty much AI generated and it generated the same thing. But if I would have picked something else, it would have generated a really nice remark section. Also, guys, for remarks itself, you can create. So if you're having writer's block and you just don't know what else to write or what to write on the remarks, you can go to create listing remarks. And based out of all the information for that particular listing, you can create listing remarks. You let AI pretty much create the remarks for you based on the number of bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, exterior, interior features, and AI will do its best creation of remarks for you. And this is using Agent 3000. All right. Also, that being said, don't forget that with Agent 3000, you can immediately create a website for your listing. All right. So let's say that this is your listing and you want to create a website. You want to go ahead and copy the listing ID number and you want to go here to Agent 3000 and you want to come to the single property websites. And again, I'm giving you this because it's free. You don't have to pay for this. It's free. So we're going to go ahead and select the listing. It's going to say, make sure that you have permission to advertise from Elite Ocean View Realty because this is one of our listings. Please remember that you always have permission to advertise any one of our brokerage listings. So feel free to advertise any one of our brokerage listings. Either way, these websites are going to include, it's going to include at the very bottom which listing brokerage the listing belongs to. All right. So here we have all these templates. We have templates number 1, 2, and 3. I am going to go ahead and show you template number 2 in black. And check it out, guys. Just with a click of a button, you now have a website with all the photos. All right. With all the photos and all the details of the listing ready to share with your clients. In just a matter of minutes, you can just go ahead and produce a website, send it over to your client and say, look at the listing website that we just created. All right. And then the attribution, remember, okay to advertise, attribution required. The attribution is already built in here. This listing is courtesy of Elite Ocean View Realty LLC. So if you have permission to advertise, then you can pretty much go here and create a listing website for that listing and share it across all your social platforms via email and everything else. 1 second, please. All right, guys. So what do you think about the single property websites here through Agent 3000? It's an excellent feature. Again, make sure that you attend our Agent 3000 marketing class and also our Agent 3000 CRM class because you are going to learn a lot of the free marketing tools you get. They're unbelievable, unbelievable marketing tools, and you're also going to get access to our CRM. All right, question on the chat. Can we have something like this to share with other agents unbranded? Unbranded with other agents. So as far as Agent 3000 is concerned for a single property website, it's always going to brand the website. All right, it's always going to brand the website. With Agent 3000, you can unbrand flyers, you can unbrand virtual tours or video tours. You can create video tours that are unbranded. All right. So you see here, these are some of the video tours I've created, and you have branded video page and unbranded. Here's an example of an unbranded video page, and it's gone. And so is that one too. That means that they're too old. I have to recreate them. But you can create unbranded video tours and branded video tours. Theo, that's an excellent question. What do I suggest for agents to share? I mean, from Agent 3000 to eight, for agents to share their their listings, I would always share our branded listings. We want to brand it. We want to have our Elite logo. We want to have our photo and our information on these flyers, especially if we're promoting them on social media. Now, what do I recommend as agent to agent? Like if I want to send a listing over to one of my colleagues at Elite Ocean View Realty, just send a regular listing from the MLS, right? And there are several things that we can use to send it. And you're gonna go ahead and send it using let me just go ahead and pick on a listing here. You're gonna go ahead and send it uh, print, and don't do the agent reports, do the client reports, and those are unbranded. You don't have to brand stuff through the MLS. All right, but a lot of these other tools that you see here are going to include branded materials. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and move a little bit forward here, guys. If you need to watch any training videos from the Miami Realtors, guys, there is a library right here called Miami Realtors Live. They have all their trainings in here. All right. They have upcoming Zoom webinars, on-demand catalog. They have all kinds of classes here that you can rewatch. Okay, Miami Realtors Live is a full video library of all their past trainings. Also, keep in mind with Elite Ocean View Realty, you can also access our my YouTube channel, and you'll have all of my trainings, including today's training, which I will upload into the YouTube channel. All right, so that's Miami Realtors Live, and that's right here. All right. Now, MLS offers. How many of you have seen in the MLS on a listing in the broker remarks where it says submit all offers through MLS offers? Or perhaps you have talked to a listing agent that says, please submit all offers through MLS offers. All right. I know some of you have seen it. So let me go ahead and show you what that means. There is a link that is built into broker remarks. If the agent wants you to submit offers through MLS offers, then you're going to click here. Obviously, as a listing agent, you guys want to go to MLS offers right here and you want to set up your listing. You want to set up the information that is required and make it active on your listing. So once it's active on your listing like this, a showing or a buyer agent just needs to click on MLS offers and then continue on with submitting an offer. They can click on make an offer and it's going to go into here's the listing agent, here's their contact information. They're going to click on make an offer and they're going to go ahead and fill in the buyer's name, the buyer's email address, What is your offering price? Are there any contingencies to the offer? Right? Inspection, appraisal contingency, a contingency to sell a home. There's the estimated closing date, purchase price, any earnest money deposit. Is the buyer qualified? Is there proof of funds? The total amount of concessions, if any. And then financing type, cash, conventional, FHA. A message to the listing agent, and then upload the contract here. Upload the contract and any disclosures and addendums that are going to be with the offer, and then submit it through MLS offers. So this MLS offers allows listing agents to receive all offers in one platform, making it a lot easier for them to view the offers. So let me go ahead and close this field out. Let me go into MLS offers real quick here by clicking on it and show you that it is going to log you into your MLS offers account. Right here, I'm logged into my account, Robert. I could click on listings and it'll show you my current listings, right? And whether the listing is active or pending, it's going to show it to you there. I do have a listing right here that is pending. And I can always come here, click on it, and I can set, I can create the settings for the listing. I can create the settings for the listings. I can assign sellers, HOAs. I can come here, bulk actions. I can send messages to people. I can reject offers. I can request the highest and best offer. And I can create an offer report so I can send to my sellers. Hey, seller, look, within the last 2 weeks, we received 3 offers, and I can create an offer report to my sellers. All right. Manage all of your offers inside of MLS offers. Again, that's optional. You don't have to do this. Some of you want to receive offers to your email directly, and that's fine. All right. But MLS offers allows you to manage all of your offers inside of one platform. All right. Guys, right here, there's something here called Easy. I'm going to skip right over it, but since we do have our broker in our meeting, this button right here or this service allows you to pull data that is useful for our monthly sales meetings, any type of motivational meetings, any team leader meetings. It's a great tool. We should investigate. Anyone here that hosts team meetings with our colleagues, you guys can get many great ideas for your team meetings through this service. And this service is called Easy Meetings right here. Okay. All right, guys, Forewarned with a show of hands. How many of us are using Forewarned? You should be, right? You should be.
Oh, definitely.
There you go, Claudio. Thank you, Crystal. All right, guys, thank you so much. So, Forewarned is an app that's available from the Florida Realtors. You guys can use Forewarned from a computer, but you can also use Forewarned from your phone. You want to download the app, go to your app stores, Apple App Store or Google Play Store, and you want to download Forewarned. You want to get logged in with just a phone number. With just a phone number, you can plug in the number and you're going to get information for that caller. If a number matches the caller, you're going to see their name. You're going to see things like property history, phone number history. You're going to see things like criminal background or any criminal infractions. You're going to see public records like judgments and foreclosures and so much more. It's a great tool for us to screen our leads, screen prospective buyers or tenants. So if you have any questions, you can use Forewarned. Now, don't overuse Forewarned. Don't use it for the wrong reasons, right? Use it for the right reasons. Okay. Guys, RPR is an amazing service. I know everyone here uses it. I have a class tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning for RPR. So if you love RPR, attend the class. If you've never used RPR, attend the class. And we're going to show you tomorrow exactly how to utilize RPR as a listing agent, as a buyer agent, as an agent who's looking for investment properties, how to analyze investment returns, how to use the AI feature, how to prospect with RPR. There's just so much that you can do with RPR. All right. Condo resource page and condo HOA registry. Guys, if you need to look into a condo association, click on the condo resource page. You're going to read a lot about these milestone inspection reports and things that are required by condos. And then you have here the condo registry, which allows you to search community association registries if you want to know more about the community associations. Guys, this is a service for you from the Association of Realtors. All right. Now, moving on to the next part, which is right here, Kubi Casa. All right. This is floor plans. So if you are listing a property and you need to create a professional floor plan, you can create a professional floor plan in just 5 minutes. All you need is to log in here, sign up, and scan, put in your pictures of the property, put in the details of the property, and you can create a floor plan right away in just minutes. It gets accurate measurements for all rooms, helps your buyers see the potential of the home, and it stands out from the rest. A lot of condos in Miami-Dade and Broward County, we have access to their floor plans through My Condo Plans. But what if it's not a condo? What if it's a single family home, an older model single family home built in 1980? Then you can create a floor plan using Casa, and that's right here. Guys, this is an overview. I want you to jump in and log in and use it. It's impossible for a class like this for me to start diving right into the service without wasting too much time. So Kubi Casa is floor plans. Now I did mention My Condo Plans. Well, My Condo Plans is somewhere down here. If it's not here, which I don't think it is. All right, it's not here, but it is in the MLS. So it's in the MLS. When you go to the MLS in your external links, look for My Condo Plans. Look for My Condo Plans. That again is an opportunity for you to get condo floor plans. Let's say that your condo is in Aventura and it's at 1000 Williams Island. All right. And you're going to be able to get floor plans for a particular, this is for penthouse five, right? And you can get floor plans for pretty much, this is unit 303. All right. So this would be line 03, right? And you can get floor plans for any condo in Miami-Dade and Broward County, even Palm Beach County, because I think it has um, Broward in Florida. I mean, it has all these counties. It has all these counties. So I can go to Broward and I can go to Hollywood Beach and we can go with Aquarius right here. Here's the condo association information. So if you need information on the condo association, there it is. And then you have your floor plans here. You can search for a unit there. All right. And it gives you floor plans for your condos. So Kubi Casa is great for you to create a single family home floor plan. My Condo Plans is great to create a condo floor plan or to download a condo floor plan. Now, guys, if you are in the MLS, all right, if you are in the MLS and you're looking at a condo, you see this little symbol up here. That is My Condo Plans. Click on it. And if there is a floor plan available for you, you will see it. All right, we could not match your request. That means there's no floor plan available for this building. All right. So if there is a floor plan available for this condo, then you would have seen it there. Let me try another one real quick before we go here somewhere else. Let's go Brickell right here. All right, let's go ahead and click on My Condo Plans and see what we have. There it is. All right, so for Via Regina in Brickell, there's your floor plan. All right, guys. How do you create on Kubicasa? Inputting pictures? Yes, you're gonna input pictures. You're gonna input the three bedrooms, two bathrooms, and you're gonna plug in the dimensions of the home. The home is 2,000 square feet, living area 2,000 square feet, and you can create your own floor plan through pictures and dimensions. All right. All right, guys. So that's gonna be your floor plans. Now I'm gonna move on down here real quick to a few other tools that I want to kind of bring attention to. Those of us that want to concentrate on pre-construction or new construction projects, there are several options for us. There is Neo. Neo is a database of all new construction happening in all of South Florida for condos mainly, but there are some townhome communities there. And then there's New Home Search, and then there's New Home Source Professional. These are all for new construction projects. Now, Neo has a search engine. Neo also has a web page you can embed into your website. Now, when you go to Neo, you guys can always log in, come over here, sign in, and you are gonna sign in with your MLS account. So sign in with your MLS or broker account. So we're gonna come here, we're gonna go Matrix Miami MLS, and it just logs you right in. Right? It's gonna log you right in. There it is, Roberto Rodriguez. I am now logged in. You guys can click on find the property in Florida, okay? And you can go in Miami. All right, and you can search for any type of property, search by project name, right? Or you can go to any location in Miami, and here you're gonna see all the different projects. So let's say that you've got a client interested in Viceroy Brickell. You're gonna come over here, right? And you have a total of 498 units in this building. There are 45 floors, right? You can click to show the phone number so you can see the phone number. You can email. You can receive updates from Viceroy. You can share this with your clients by clicking on share. And it has all the information that you need: site plan, floor plans, pricing, gallery of photos, right, that you can use for your advertising, guys. You know, these, like when you visit the Viceroy and you go to a marketing presentation, they give you maybe a brochure, right? They may give you a digital brochure as well. They want you to advertise. They want you to bring them buyers. So use any of these photos, videos, any of this information, use it for your advertising. All right. Now I'm going to open my website real quick here. This is my website that I have through Agent 3000, and I'm going to click on new developments. I want you guys to see something. On my website, embedded on my website, I have the Neo, right? The Neo properties in here. So all you need to do inside of Neo is you need to let me make sure that we're logged in here. There it is. I'm logged in, right? You guys need to come over here and you're gonna click on redeem an iframe. Redeem an iframe, paste your code there, confirm, excuse me, confirm, and then go ahead and create yourself a uh wait, not redeem, sorry, buy an iframe. You see here, buy an iframe. I believe we get a free iframe through the Association of Realtors. And I know that when you click on redeem an iframe, there is a code. So if we don't have the code, guys, then please call the Association of Realtors and redeem a code, because it used to tell us what the code is here. And I honestly haven't redeemed my iframe in a long time because I already have it as part of my website. All right. So if you have the code to get a free iframe, paste it here. I think it's Miami Realtors, capital Miami Realtors, all in caps. All right. But anyways, you can always call the Association of Realtors and get your free code for your Neo. Uh, You don't have to use it on your website. You can pretty much come over here, find any property in all of Florida, pre-construction, and share the details with a client of yours. So if I want 33139 South Beach, click here, hit search. Here are the projects in South Beach, right? Open one up. And if I wanted to share, I can share it. I can click on share and I can share it on Facebook. Right away, click on Facebook and it should open here a page. All right. I don't know if you guys are seeing it. Are you seeing my Facebook account right now? Yes or no?
No,
Yes.
no.
Yes. No?
We only see the tab where it says X, Facebook. We don't see Facebook.
All right, hold on. Let me share that with you. Do you see it now? You see it now,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So I clicked on share Facebook and it took me right to my Facebook. And I am ready now to share this. And it's fully branded to me. It's fully branded. So whoever clicks on this will see the landing page for Rosewood Residences and is branded to me. So again, more help for you to market new construction projects. All right. So Claudio, you raised your hand. Oh, Miami Realtors is the code for Neo. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So Miami Realtors is the code for Neo. All right. All right, guys. Perfect. Give me 1 second. Let me share my screen once again. And that is not the screen I wanted to share. Let me do something here. All right, perfect. Get out of my Facebook there and go back into Neo. All right, guys. So once again, you don't have to have a landing page. You can pretty much just work out of Neo, search for properties, and you can do some of what we just did right now. Um, New Home Source Professional, New Home Source Professional, right next to Neo, right here. This is another place where you can find new construction projects. You can find projects on some of these builders that you see here. Now, you're not going to have every project, all right, but they're going to have plenty. So let's say you want to find projects in Hialeah, right? Let's go to Hialeah and let's see if there's any projects going on in Hialeah. You got homes, you got communities, and you got no results, all right? So nothing in Hialeah right now. How about Plantation? How about Plantation, Florida? So in Plantation, there is a community right now inside of New Home Source Professional, and it's this one here. All right, you guys can find more information. This is community by CC Homes, and you can find more information on what is being built. All right. Down here, you have all the properties that are either being built or under planning, or if they have already been built. So you see right here, that's a plan. That's a plan, and basically, it looks like the entire community is being planned. If you want to share maybe this model home, you can always come here. You can see information on the home itself. You can see its floor plans, and you guys can always go here and you can save and email this listing to a client. You guys can also share this information on social media. You can get a shareable link here and share it on social media. It has information about the new community that's being built, it has information on all the different homes, uh, you know, directions and mapping to the property and much more. All right. So that is through New Home Source Professional. Once again, it doesn't really have all the homes or all the new construction, but it has some. And then there's this other one here. This is another one that I have used in the past. I just prefer Neo, and I prefer New Home Source Professional. But here's another one. It looks like I haven't really registered yet. So you can register with your name, email address, your real estate license number, MLS ID, and then submit. And then you will gain access to even more new construction projects. All right. So you don't have to wait to go to one of these presentations that we have every Friday with Elite Ocean View Realty. We would love for you to go to every presentation, but if you can't make it out, you guys can always go to Neo and pretty much find information on that project. Okay? Great, great tool, guys. Let's go back here and let's go ahead and talk about something else that I want to bring attention to, and that is SunStats. All right, SunStats is a way for us to get statistical reporting for any city in all of Florida. Let's click on SunStats. This is a service of the Florida Realtors. So right here you have dashboard and right here you have change, right? So you guys can do, so the last time I used this for single family homes in all of Miami-Dade, Fort Lauderdale, and West Palm Beach. So basically the Tri-County area. Let's say we wanted to do this for Coral Gables alone, right? Let's put in here Coral Gables City. So this is only for the city of Coral Gables, single family home apply. So right away with the push of a few buttons, here are your stats. All right. They haven't uploaded August stats yet. I have a feeling they're about to upload August stats. We just began September, so I'm sure they're computing numbers. But in Coral Gables, there were 35 sales this July. We'll compare that to last July, 56 sales. That's a 37.5% decrease in volume. Okay, so take a look. In Coral Gables, we had a lot less homes sold this July versus last July. Cash sales were also a decrease. Okay, median sales price was also a decrease, 13.7% less. Average sales price, however, the average sales price increases because there were probably some more luxurious properties, like really expensive properties that sold that shot the average up. But the median sales price, which is what we use to determine like an entire area, like a county or a city, the median price went down. Okay. The dollar volume went down. The days on the market went up from 29 days to 39 days, right? It went up 34%. And that's the median time to contract from list date to contract date. And then from list date to closing date, the median time is now 75 days in Coral Gables. That is down. That is down from 83 days. So it's good news, right? Pending sales, new listings, pending inventory, active inventory, and then months of supply. So we can follow the trends for any area. You guys can build infographics for your marketing. You can come over here and you can put in Coral Gables, right? Coral Gables, hit apply, and then you have right away here branded by you with your information and our logo. You have over here 35 sales, median sales price, active inventory, dollar volume, new listings, pending listings for the city of Coral Gables for July of 2025. And then just download this and share it across your platforms. All right, guys, you can do this for any area. Go to the dashboard here. Let's say we want to know what's happening in Naples, right? You can go straight to the city of Naples, or you can go all of Naples, Immokalee, or Marco Island. So let's do that. All of Naples, Immokalee, and Marco Island. So that entire area right there. And you will see here numbers for that area. So with just a few pushes of a button, you guys have access to instant market stats throughout all of Florida, including infographics that you guys can create for your marketing. All right. That is SunStats, guys. All right. I invite you to take our prospecting class. We're going to learn more about Remind. Remind is an excellent tool for prospecting. We have other tools down here. Realtor.com. This is not the Realtor.com that you think it is. This is the Realtor.com for realtors. So I'm going to just log in here real quick. You guys all know that Realtor.com is a service for consumers, right? And of course, we had this bad request. Let's click on it again and see what happens. Oh man. All right, so it's not working right now, guys. Who knows what's going on? So Realtor.com, this one right here, is actually a nationwide MLS search. It's a nationwide MLS search. So you guys can search for properties that are for sale and rent in other states outside of Florida using Realtor.com. Of course, we are not licensed to sell or perform real estate transactions in those states. But if you find a property that your buyer likes, or if you have a tenant that's moving to, let's say, New York City, you can find them a property, contact the agent, and work up a referral, right? Go to Form Simplicity, go ahead and type up a referral agreement, send it over to that agent in New York, and have that agent help your client buy that house or rent that property and for a referral fee. I just wish it was working. This is completely out of my hands. It's not working, so we would have to, I don't know, clear my cookies or my cache or something and try again. All right, but that's Realtor.com. So it's similar to the consumer site, Realtor.com. However, for agents, see how it says professional search? For agents, it gives you the listing agent, it gives you their phone number, it gives you more information on the property itself. Okay. All right, guys. How about MLS statewide in Florida? How about MLS in Florida? You can use MLS Advantage. All right. Give me 1 second here. I see oh, okay. Welcome back, Teo. So in MLS in Florida, you guys can always use MLS Advantage. MLS Advantage allows you to use this service to look up properties in other cities in Florida. So for example, right, I'm gonna come over here and let's look for properties in Kissimmee, right? Let's go to Kissimmee. You can enter a zip code if you want a specific zip code. I'm just gonna go with Kissimmee, single family home, active, price. Let's go with a max of $800,000. And let's go with a minimum of 3 bedrooms and a minimum of 2 bathrooms. And let's go ahead and do minimum of 1,500 square feet. Let's click on search. And here comes the availability in the city of Kissimmee under that price range. All right. So our MLS, right? Our MLS searches Southeast Florida, meaning it searches Miami-Dade, Broward, Palm Beach, Martin, and St. Lucie County. Now, with MLS Advantage, I can now stretch it and find properties anywhere in Florida. And once you click on a property, you will have all the photos of the property. You will have here property details, features of the property. You have here listing details. It gives you the broker remarks, right? This is what private description means. Broker remarks. And it gives you HOA fees. It gives you here listing information, who listed the property, their phone number, their email address. It gives you tax details. You can access public record information and mapping and direction. You can write a contract with this property using Form Simplicity by clicking on Write a Contract. You can see the virtual tour and you can create reports to send to your client. There are many different reports. There's a customer summary report, a customer detailed report. There are detailed reports with photos. There are detailed reports with large photos. There are detailed reports with photos and map. All right. So there are so many different reports. And again, this is all using MLS Advantage. It is statewide. Claudio, yes, rentals as well. If I go back to the search here, right, and we're doing Kissimmee, and you come here, right, you have rental. So you go to rental, and then obviously let's bring this here to a max, right? Minimum a price, max price. Let's just go ahead and click on search to see our rentals. And there are your rentals, 6,000 a month, 5,900 a month, and so on and so forth. All right, so that's in Kissimmee, which is in the Orlando area. And this search here generated 630 properties that are available for rent right now that are 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. All right, guys, that's MLS Advantage. Just a quick tip here. If you want to search properties that are also for sale outside of Florida, you can always use RPR. You can always use RPR. If I happen to find it, I lost it. There it is. I'm going to go ahead and click on RPR and show you that I can go to RPR and I can search for properties, residential, and I can come here and I can say for sale or for lease. Let me show you only active listings, right? And let's go to Orlando. All right, Orlando, Florida. And then price. Let's go price max 800,000. Max 800,000. More filters. You can click on more filters and you can, select the property type that you're looking for. Once you go through all the filters and you see the results, right? Update search, you see all the results, and here are your available properties in Orlando that are active. So it's not just MLS Advantage, but you can use RPR to find properties that are available. All right. You can use RPR to find properties that are available. All right. Let me go here in the chat. I see something here. Any state in RPR you can do for public records. Let's just try this. All right. Let's try um, Boston. Let's go with Boston, Massachusetts. Are you serious? Boston, Massachusetts. There it is. All right. And yeah, seems like any state. All right. You guys can come here. You can search properties that are for sale. See that list price in Boston, Massachusetts as well. All right. So I guess you really don't need the Realtor.com professional search when you can actually go to RPR and you can search in any state in the US for properties that are for sale. This is great. You can run CMAs. You can find out more information on the neighborhood, market trends, and all that good stuff. All right. You can find out schools in the area, right? I mean, you can just go here, create a report, and let's do a school report, school template. All right. And you can see the schools that are in this area: Boston Adult Academy High School, Commonwealth School. All right, it's a private high school, elementary school, and you can find out more information. So, I mean, RPR guys, tune in tomorrow, 10 a.m. You'll learn more about RPR. All right, so searching outside of our local area, you have MLS Advantage for Florida, and you have RPR nationwide. All right, great, great tool. Guys, I want to leave you with this. If you need a virtual business card, you have several options. As a realtor with the Miami Realtors, you have Instacard, right? Instacard, and you have also through Agent 3000 another virtual card that you guys can create. All right. So this is my Instacard. You're gonna see it here. I'm gonna click on Instacard home, and you're gonna see my Instacard now. There it is. I have it plugged into my phone, right? Of course, you're going to edit your card. You're going to, change the background, the theme, the photos, the links, the social media links, your contact information, save it, and then add it to your phone. Now, when you're out and about and you don't have any business cards with you, pull out your phone, click on the share option. It's going to open up a QR code like this. That person is going to scan the QR code, and now your digital card is installed into their phone. All right. Agent 3000 has the same. Agent 3000 has the same. So when you go into Agent 3000, take a quick look at Realty Biz card right here, and you can set up your Realty Biz card. And here's mine. I'm going to give you a quick preview of my Realty Biz card. Click here to view it. And this is my Agent 3000 digital card, how it shows on my phone. This is exactly how it shows on my phone. They can open the QR code, scan it as well. So you got Instacard and you have the one from Agent 3000. Of course, guys, there are other apps out there that you can use for free digital cards. One in particular that I've used in the past is called Hi Hello, and that's a great tool as well. All right, but as realtors and especially as members of the Association of Realtors, take advantage of the digital cards that are available to us. All right. All right. Crystal, how can I find off-market lands or properties not on the MLS? That's a great question, Crystal, and several ways that you guys can do this. Please remember that IMAP is public records, right? Public records. So whether you are going to study properties in Miami-Dade or in any county in Florida, you guys can come here and you can go to Miami-Dade, for example, and then you see over here property use code, open that, select your property type. So vacant land, residential, is property type 00. And then you have vacant land commercial as well. So if you're looking for off-market vacant commercial land, you select that one. If you're looking for off-market vacant residential land, and then simply come over here, put in a zip code. Let's see if there's anything going on in zip code 33131. I'm sure there is a few pieces of land available in this zip code. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, there is. There's 70. So there are 70 parcels right now still available in zip code 33131. So you can imagine all the development that may go on in the future. All right. How do we know they're off market, guys? If they don't have a green or yellow flag, they're off market. See here? Green, that's on the market, right? That is on the market. And if they don't have one, then that's off market. All right. So you can use IMAP to look for off market property. Now, you don't really know if they're for sale or not, right? So you have to approach the owner and if you have an investor looking for land, you have to approach the owner and may perhaps ask, hey, I have an investor who's really interested in your land. Would you consider selling your property, your land to us for this price, and you want to talk to them in that format. All right. But any type of off-market property, you guys can use IMAP. I mean, the property used here has everything, commercial, stores, office space, multifamily. You have all of it in here, guys. All right. Very, very good tool. It's really one of my favorites. It's up here, you know? All right, guys. So we really did talk a lot about some of these services. Obviously, there are some services we didn't cover. There's just not enough time. I am going to leave you with one more service. Next time you guys have an open house and you load the open house to the MLS, go ahead and click on South Florida Open House Search. And this is a search engine for upcoming open houses, right? So if I come over here and I see what's going on in Coral Gables this weekend, what's going on in Coral Gables this weekend, and here are some of the open houses. When you open it, you'll see property details. You'll see who listed the property, which in this case, it would be you. You listed the property. And you guys can always share this information with your contacts. Invite them to your open house. Share this page. Click on it. Share it. Download a flyer. Download a flyer of your open house. and that's through South Florida open house search. All right, folks, if you have any questions in regards to what we just covered today, I will shortly upload the video to our YouTube channel. And you can always call me, email me, call me, text me. I'd be more than happy to help you with any of your questions. And if you want to dive deeper into some of these services, the Miami Realtors also has classes on this as well. All right, guys. So does anyone have any questions before we end today's class? All right. No questions? All right,
Oh,
Claudio.
so I had one more question, but I know this might extend a little bit the meeting. Um, so for CRMs, we will have Agent 3000. Uh, we could
So
use
there,
Armine as a CRM as well.
so there's options. And thank you for bringing that up. I use Agent 3000. A lot of us use Agent 3000. There's other CRMs that are a little bit more expensive. There's SaleCore right here. That's a CRM that's available. There's also one somewhere in this whole page of things
Okay,
uh,
okay.
called Total Brokerage as well. But I would recommend that you use Agent 3000, guys. It's only $20 a month. It's only $20 a month. You get a full-blown website and a fully loaded CRM to manage your customers. Okay.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Yeah. Obviously, there's other CRMs out there that you're on your own to explore what's out there and perhaps pay for. But for the money, I would use Agent 3000. Okay.
Understood. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, guys. So, there's so much other things here that we missed. You guys are welcome to go in. E-commission basically is a commission advance. So if you need an advance on your commission and you're about to close on a property and you need an advance right away, there's that option. There's so much here that you guys can use. All right, guys. So thank you so much for joining our special training today. Taylor and I wanted to give you a heads up on what you're looking at every day when you log into the screen and you're like, man, what's all this? There's a lot of information. There's a lot of tools you can use on a daily basis from the Miami Realtors. All right. It's not just the MLS. All right, folks. So thank you so much, Claudio, Teo. Thank you, Crystal, Donna, Fabiola, Gabby, Linda, for joining our training today. Again, you can find our training later on inside of our YouTube channel. All right, guys. See
Thank
you
you,
tomorrow.
Robert.
You're welcome. See you tomorrow for RPR. And I believe we do have a broker presentation on Friday. So 2 p.m. as usual. And just RSVP on the emails. And we can meet up at the broker presentation on Friday. All right, guys. Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.
Take care, Robert. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.